Here we have for sale our 2020 on a 70 plate Ford Transit Custom. This is the 300 model, meaning it's got a 3-ton gross vehicle weight. This one's got the 2-litre Eco Blue diesel Euro 6 engine, and in this particular van producing 170 PS. That is accompanied with a 6-speed manual gearbox, and this is the short wheelbase limited panel van finished in the fantastic metallic magnetic grey. And what we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec that you get on a Ford Transit Custom Limited of this age. We'll also talk you through, of course, the bits which have been added to this particular example. We'll also have a really close look as we walk around this van at the condition as well, seeing as, of course, it is currently available for sale. I'll talk you through as well service history, what we've done to it as well during our preparation. So starting here then at the rear of the vehicle, we can see that this one is spec'd with rear barn doors. So barn doors are 2 doors which open like so. On a Limited you get a number of elements which come color coded. So that includes the door handles all around, the bumpers, so the rear bumper, front bumper, these mouldings on the side here, and also bits like this here just above the number plate. All comes color coded in the body color, and as I say, in this particular case is metallic magnetic grey, one of the most popular and probably the best selling color for the Transit Custom Limited. In terms of condition here then at the rear, let's have a really close look at the condition. I can see a few little touch-ins and things, so you can see one here just above my finger there, just to give you an idea of scale just there, and also another one just there also. More so around the handle then, there's a small little touch-in just there above my finger, of course all in the correct body color, so it doesn't particularly stand out, but anyone who's watched my videos before will know that we are super honest, and if there's anything we can see, we'll gladly point it out to you. And one of the probably the worst or most noticeable things on the van is this little blemish just here, just where the 2 doors shut. I don't know whether something is caught in there. Again, I wouldn't say it would be something that you wouldn't go to the extent of painting a door, but I'd say there is a little touch in just there also as well. But I'd say, generally speaking, of course, very, very presentable here at the rear of the van. It's only really when you start really getting critical about these little blemishes, that's when you start picking these things up. But as I say, I will gladly point anything that I can see out to you. But as I say, overall, looking absolutely stunning, as I'm sure you can see here. Rear spoiler has been added. That's one of the nice bits that have been added to further enhance this van. So you've got the rear spoiler, you can see we've got the roof bars just there, and of course that ties in with the side bars, alloy wheels and things like that as well. I'll talk to you a bit more about those as we go around. You get parking sensors as well on the Limited, so you've got rear parking sensors and front parking sensors completely as standard. And as you can see here, condition of the rear bumper generally is very, very good. If we open up the rear doors, we can start to have a look inside the rear of the van. So this little yellow arm just here, if you shut the door slightly, you can pull that open. That clips into place there against the rear door, and that allows you to open the 2 doors to their full 180-degree opening position for maximum accessibility then into the back of the van. And this is where we can see that we've got brand new ply lining in the rear of the vehicle. And of course the ply lining is there not just to make it look nice, but of course it is there to serve a purpose, and that is to protect the vehicle, so it's not going to cause any nasty outward dents in the side of your van. And of course we get full rear door coverage, as I say, just for maximum protection here in the back. On a Limited as well, you also get a hard-wearing plastic floor, which we absolutely love because it allows you to sweep the back of the van out, and you can see it just lips up the side there slightly as well. So it's nice and easy to keep that clean, and it's really, really hard-wearing as well. Of course, you've got the factory-fitted bulkhead there, which gives you that separation from the cab to the load space. And on the Transit Custom, it does give you this little load-through hatch there for some longer 3-meter lengths in there as well if you want to. LED load lights, that's a nice factory optional extra, so a Limited doesn't come with that as standard, but that is a nice optional extra which is on this particular van, which you won't see much benefit in this sort of light. We're in blazing sunshine here at the moment, but in lower light conditions it makes a big, big difference. In terms of condition here then, just having a look at the inside of the van, you can see it's in lovely condition throughout in the rear of the van. We'll shut the doors then, we'll continue to go around the outside of the vehicle. Now I did mention right at the start of the video, I talked to you a little bit about the service history, so we do have evidence of a previous service being done. So on these vans, they are every couple of years or every 25,000 miles, and we've got evidence of a service being done on this. I believe it's around 24,000 miles, so it's nice to see that that has been done. That was in May of 23. So lovely to see that. During our preparation, we have given the vehicle a full health check, so we've gone right through it. But we noticed on the previous service it did the, I believe, the oil and the air filter, but we have also gone ahead and changed the fuel and the pollen filter as well, just because we like to see all the filters being done. So we've done that as part of our health check, but as I say, it's now got a clean bit of health, and also a brand new MOT as well, which has got no advisories. Looking at the alloy wheels which have been added then, this is a really popular set of alloy wheels for us. This is our Caliber, well, it's not ours, but it's the Caliber T-Sports 18-inch gloss black alloy wheel. These are fully load rated with load rated tyres, so you've got no concerns over that with the Transit Custom. But these are just, as I say, such a popular wheel. I think they suit the van so well, and in gloss black as well, they tie in really nicely with things like the sidebars. Also, if we open up the side loading door, we can give you another aspect then of the load space from this angle. So you can see again the factory fitted bulkhead just there. Looking at the condition, a really nice open space there on the side loading door. And having a look then at the condition here down the passenger side. And this is where I like to start to look in the reflections of the van. So you can see our sign there and the front of the showroom. And you can just see how clean and straight the van is. Looking very nice indeed. And I'm just trying to see if there's anything else that I can point out to you here. But generally speaking, looking really smart. The tiny, well, so it's almost pointless even mentioning, but the tiniest little chip just there. Otherwise, looking very nice indeed. If we open up the passenger door then, having a look at the passenger door card, that's all very good. Same here with the passenger step. Underneath that, all looking really clean and tidy. I feel like they're going to blow away in the wind. We've got the passenger seats, which again are in really good condition here. It doesn't smell like a smoker's vehicle or pet has been in here. It's in really nice clean condition. No rips, tears, cigarette bins, anything like that in the seats as well. If we fold down the center tray here, this is a couple of extra cup holders and somewhere to store your paperwork, and you've of course got storage there underneath the passenger seats as well. And this is one thing we always mention. This just goes to show the attention to detail that our guys go to when they're prepping these vans. You get as much attention to detail underneath the seats as you would do anywhere else in here. It's absolutely spot on. Looking at the dashboard here, really nice condition of the dashboard. We often see these with lots of scratches and things to this plastic. That's looking very nice. This upper part here with the airbag, that's all looking very nice as well, as is the dashboard. It's very nice condition inside, as is the passenger door card just there. Continue to go around to the front of the van then. So other bits which have been added, we've got the lovely front splitter there, and also the Ford Trail front grille, which just sets the van off so nicely. Of course, the Limited comes as standard with these fantastic headlights with the LED daytime running light around the outside, and I think when you tie that in, as I say, with the grille, with the splitter, the wheels, I think that's an absolutely stunning looking van. Looking at the condition here of the front, a little bit dusty actually as we come outside here while it's been parked. We'll of course make sure this is nice and clean before it goes, but that's incredible. This has been parked out here for 10 minutes and the dust which is gathered here is crazy. But little stone chip just there above my finger, but otherwise looking very clean and tidy actually at the front of the van there. Looking at the front bumper, again just the usual couple of stone chips and things like that low down on the front bumper, but generally speaking really not much to fault that on there at all. Looking down the driver's side of the vehicle then, and again just having a look here in the reflections, it's very straight and clean. A fantastic gloss to the paintwork, as you can probably see, a lovely smooth finish. Looking really smart. There's not really much I can fault it on the outside really. I say the odd tiny little mark here or there, but all in all very smart. Looking inside here then, the driver's door card is looking very good. We've got electric windows of course, electric folding mirrors. That's how those operate there, just by pulling that dial back towards you like so, and they fold in and out. We've got auto activated lights, auto activated wipers, 2 full remote keys come with the vehicle, and they're the flip keys with the 3 buttons. Leather multifunctioning steering wheel. Lovely to see that there's really little to no wear on the steering wheel. On the left hand side then we've got your cruise control settings there and your volume for the radio underneath that. On the right hand side then you've got your onboard computer controls, and you can answer and hang up the phone just there as well. If we look into the centre then, now this screen tells us a bit of a story about some of the spec which is on the van, which we'll see in just a second, but 28,377 miles. Now this isn't the standard screen which you get here in the centre of the vehicle. This gives you a few more options actually, where you can actually see some other information. There we are, that gives the game away of what else is on this van, but navigation, you can go through your radio settings, phone settings for the vehicle, and your of course your driving data as well. All of that can be displayed on there. It's a bigger display than standard, but I say lovely miles on this particular van. You've got a USB point and a 12-volt socket up on top of there. Look at the driver's seat. Lovely condition here of the driver's seat. You've got height adjustability here, and this is height adjustability of the front of the seat, what they call thigh adjustment. If I move this out of the way, having a look at the floor there, that's all in good order as well. Of course, you get the footrest there because, of course, it is automatic. Into the centre then, the automatic gearbox. We say don't see many panel vans in the automatic. Probably more than 9 out of 10 that we have here are manuals. It's quite unusual to see an automatic in a panel van like this. Into the centre then, we've got air conditioning. We've got heated wing mirrors, heated seats, and a heated windscreen as well. All of that comes completely as standard on the Limited, and another USB and a 12-volt socket just there as well. Into the centre then, and as I mentioned a little bit earlier, satellite navigation. So that doesn't come as standard. That's a really nice optional extra to have on the van. So if you're out of phone signal, if you use an Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, which this screen also is capable of doing, if you're out of phone signal, you could potentially rely on the GPS signal from your satellite navigation. So that's where it really comes into its own. Of course, as I say, you have got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto on this screen as well, which is just fantastic to live with day to day. But you've also got DAB radio, and you can connect your phone to it via Bluetooth as well if you want to. So just to summarise then, 28,000 mile from new Ford Transit Custom Limited. It's the 2020 on a 70 plate with a 2-litre EcoBlue Euro 6 diesel engine, so you're fully compliant with a ULEZ zone with this particular vehicle, and of course a clean air zone or whichever city you live in is compliant with those emissions standards for the more recent vehicles. Say 170 PS, which is quite unusual, and especially when you accompany that with the automatic gearbox, magnetic grey, which is absolutely fantastic colour, full body styling as you can see. We have got service history to, of course, back up and warrant the mileage, and of course tells us that the vehicle has been nicely maintained. And of course that is very much apparent with the condition as we walk around the van. Full health check in our workshop before it has been advertised. That includes a brand new MOT. And of course a couple of extra filters being changed as well, with a nice clean bill of health. Lovely condition throughout, satellite navigation, LED load lights, and here ready to go at Bridgend Van Centre. Now if you haven't seen the full advert, I would urge you to head over to our website, which is bridgendvans.co.uk. This is where you'll find that full advert, which includes the description, the price, and of course the photography of the vehicle, and of course all of the others that we've currently got advertised here as well. There's a number of ways you can contact us via the website, but if you are interested, I would urge you to give us a call on either of the numbers listed there at the bottom left hand side of the sign. We can arrange part exchange, whether that be for cars or for vans. We can deliver our vehicles nationwide, and we can also arrange finance. We can deliver, and we can also take part exchange for cars or for vans. Thank you very much for watching.